Sure, absolutely. Well, there's again, the real answer is there's no one way it works. The way it works is the way that works best for a given organization with its own culture, its own language, its own objectives. So there's no one size fits all answer. But I would say one way there's two or three ways you can do it. One is that you can use a tool like Anaplan to correlate the amount of marketing spend that you go in with the amount of pipeline growth across a business. And you can get a bit more granular and start correlating the amount of marketing engagement in specific accounts with the amount of growth that goes on of pipeline creation in those accounts. And you
Okay.
can start drawing that parallel and start showing the relationship between the two,
Mm.
investment going in and then the correlation coming out. What can get difficult though is that it is frequently, I was going to say, impossible to draw on a direct line of causality between, this bucket of 10,000 marketing dollars spent here
Mm.
and this particular opportunity that came out and got closed over here.
Yeah.
There's still an inference between the two that needs to be drawn and needs to be accepted. And I think one of the challenges for the CMO is oftentimes getting the concept that this is the reality. You know, Marketing has gone through a period of, let's say, 25 years now in B2B marketing of becoming more measurable and accountable.
Mm.
And a lot of the time, because of that, marketeers have become reluctant or very frightened of claiming value when they can't draw this perfect correlation between a spend
Yeah.
over here and the closed business over there. And that's why people focus on this marketing qualified lead and sales qualified lead bottom of the funnel metric, because that's somewhere where you get that level of cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but to my mind, the bigger value finds itself in that higher up the funnel, in that engagement that marketing is driving across all the accounts you're trying to penetrate, across all the markets you're trying to get into,
Yeah.
to warm up those accounts for everybody to drive pipeline in. Particularly if, like us, you work obviously with sales teams who are driving their own pipeline directly in large named accounts, but also with an ecosystem of partners
Yeah.
who we work with very closely, and we see it as our job to warm up those accounts with awareness and with interest for our partners to go in and have much more productive conversations in.
It sounds really
So again,
exciting. Yeah, it sounds really exciting. You were about to say something. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was going to say, so the way we do that again is that we have this notion of, and we use Anaplan for this, of mapping out very clear levels of, first of all, account coverage. So account by account and segment buying unit within each account. Do we have the right level and quality of contact coverage in those accounts? Do we have people to talk to in all the way that we do? And secondly, on top of that, do we layer the right level of engagement with those contacts? And that is basically using Anaplan mixed in with other tools like Salesforce or other. We use Engagio as another tool to capture some of that data and then feed it back into Anaplan. Can we demonstrate that without, even if we don't generate leads or qualified leads, that
Mm-hmm.
we are building engagement in those accounts, be it through Anaplan marketing assets, engagement with those, or indeed through wider marketing assets in the marketplace. So we acquired recently a company uh, um, called Mintigo at the time. We've now rebranded it Predictive Analytics, who do intent data. So we measure the engagement of accounts with